What's going on, lads? It's your boy Don here, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Takeover. Lads, thank you so much for the likes and the comments from the previous video. I'm going to implement that into this episode. We're going to see what happens. But if you can, boys, please subscribe and put the notification on so you know exactly when I go live. Also, as well, go over to my Twitch channel. The link is in the description down below. Drop a follow, boys. So without further ado, lads, let's get into the next episode. So, as you know, my transfers have been sorted. I've got Godin, I've got Royce, who else? Rodrigo and Milovic-Savic. I've put in a 4-4-2. However, because I've got Royce, I've taken in some of the comments that you lot have told me, and you lot have said put Royce more of an attacking mid and not on the wing. Even though you can play left, sometimes the right striker, I thought let me try and change the formation to a 4-4-1-1, and let's see what happens if we can adapt to that. I put Morata as our central striker because he seems to be banging in the goals at the moment. But if you notice later on in the episode, you're going to see a big surprise in regards to my strikers. So we've got our first Champions League game going ahead. Now, looking at this group, you're thinking Chelsea can top this group. The only team that I'm thinking about that could cause us a bit of problems is Espanyol. I'm not too sure about these other teams. Let me know down in the comments below, lads. Where are these clubs from? Because I have no idea where they are. But I think I should have done the mistake I've made. I should have done my research on these clubs and know exactly what to do to combat to do your research, to scout them before we play them. And you're going to see in this first game in our Champions League game, we already go 1-0 down away. Morata manages to get us, brings it back level. Kante picks up a yellow card. I'm worried about Kante. He's picking up a lot of yellow cards recently. So I think I might need to start putting him into a bit of training to sort out his tackling because he's picking up too many yellow cards. And then now our other team is at Belenenses is now 2-1 up, and then we lose our first Champions League game 2-1. Now Victor Moses is a bit upset that I'm not playing him. Courtois obviously wants to talk to me about a few things as well. So what I try and do, I thought, right, what I need to do is create a second team. I need to create a second team so I can switch between the first and second team just in case I need to rest a few players. I stick to the 4-4-1-1. I wasn't too happy with Royce. I want to put Rodrigo back into the team. So I took out Royce and put in Rodrigo, and I jump into my second game. The first game of this, well, the first game, no, well, actually, no, it was the first game of the season, but it's our first big game against Arsenal. Now, you guys know I don't like losing against Arsenal. I have to win against Arsenal. It's at Stamford Bridge. It's home. I need to pick up 3 points. So it's 0-0 to start off with. First 20 minutes, we seem to be doing really well. No cards, no goals, nothing big happening at the moment. However, Mkhitaryan straight away bags in the goal, makes it 1-0. Haven't made any changes. Took off Royce, brought on Barkley. Nothing seems to be happening. David Luiz picks up a yellow card, and then we lose our first derby, 1-0 to the Gooners. Boys, I'm not happy. So I decided again, I'm conceding too many goals. So I thought, let me go back into the 4-4-2. Let's see what happens, because during our pre-season, we beat big teams in the 4-4-2. Let me go back to the 4-4-2. So September seems to be a big month. We've got two big games, Espanyol and Man City, games that we need to pick up points from. So we play our first game in the, I would say, the League Cup. I know it comes on so many sponsorships, the Carabao Cup, but it's the League Cup to me. So I play my first team. Usually I would experiment with my younger team, but I need to boost the confidence. So Alonso puts us 1-0 up in the first half. We seem to be doing very well against Watford. I'm aiming to go for the next round, lads. Even though it's not an objective to win this cup, but I want to win it anyway. Kante doubles our lead, and we are now 2-0 up against Watford. And I'm quite confident, to be honest with you, lads, that we're going to pick up, well, I wouldn't say 3 points, but we're going to move on to the next round, and that which we do. 2-0 to the Blues. We turn over Watford 2-0, and we move on to our second game of the month of September against Stoke City. Now, again, Stoke is a tough team to play against. It's really hard to pick up points at this stadium. So I want 3 points, but I know our confidence is very low at the moment. So again, we go just before the half time. We go 1-0 down. Willian comes on for Royce. Royce doesn't seem like he knows he can complete 90 minutes if he keeps getting subbed off. So now Stoke City go 2-0 up. It's not looking good for us, if I'm really honest with you. It is not looking good. We're conceding too many goals. Again, we go into our third game of the month, staying in the same formation against Espanyol. Again, looking to pick up 3 points. We've lost our first Champions League game. We need to pick up our second. We need to pick up a win here right now. So we got 1-0. Hazard, our captain, puts us up 1-0 at Stamford Bridge. We need to win in our games at home. I think, as it says, you need to do well in the season. You got to win your home games. So Hazard puts us 1-0 up against a very good Espanyol side. It seems as if it's going to stay at 1-0 again. Royce comes off for Willian. Hazard missed the penalty, but it's not good. It's still good enough for us to pick up the points. So therefore, I go into training. I look at Royce in terms of his dribbling, Hazard in penalties because he's missing too many penalties, and hopefully that can improve them as the season goes on. So we're sitting 7th at the moment. Man City are sitting top of the league, haven't lost a game yet. So we go up against Man City, a very, 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 very good Man City side who win a 4-3-3. Fernandinho, no love lost again with Fernandinho and Chelsea, so he picks up an early yellow card. Trying to keep everything kind of organised. I want to keep the team the same as well to try and build up a bit of confidence and momentum. Unfortunately, Sane in the 34th minute takes his team up to 1-0. It doesn't seem like it's going to be enough for us because obviously Man City are a well-organised team. It's very hard to break them down. David Silva gets a red card. His second yellow gets a red card, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough. Courtois picks up an injury, and it's not a good game for us. We lose against Man City. Courtois is injured. He's out for about 7 days. So I'm not too worried because we've got good goalkeepers hanging in our midst. So we an instant change. So straight in, our sub goalkeeper goes. So I changed the formation to a 4-2-3-1. A formation I'm quite comfortable with, but because we're conceding too many goals, but scoring goals is not our problem. This month I'm pretty much want to pick up all 3 points. Victor Moses plays a vital role in this episode. Now he's asked to be sent out on loan. I'm not playing him because Azpilicueta is doing a good job for me. However, we are conceding a lot of goals, so I'm keeping Moses in mind, but I'm not gonna play him just yet. But as I said, he plays a vital role. So we're away at Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace. Again, we have to pick up 3 points. Crystal Palace in the past have beaten Chelsea, a few 1-0 wins. I think you remember the famous John Terry scoring an own goal. Crystal Palace beating us 1-0. So Andros Townsend takes Palace up 1-0. Hazard brings us level to 1-1. Godin comes off tired. Dan takes Crystal Palace up 2-1. We're coming to the end of the first of full time, and we lose 2-1 to Palace. We move on to our next game, which is a Champions League game. We are away at Aalborg, and I'm expecting 3 points here, boys. 100% expecting 3 points. I'm looking to top this group. Unfortunately, I am struggling. What's the best formation? Now, as you know, Slides, I've got a theory that every single time opposite team gets a red card, they go on and score. And as you can see, they did. It's going to happen a few times in this episode, lads, so keep your eyes peeled. They get a red card. They go up 1-0. Again, it is not enough, and we actually lose that game 2-0. Sorry, 1-0, sorry, excuse me. So I fall back into the 4-4-2. I've changed my formation twice, and I've gone back to the 4-4-2. So I've kept things as it is. I'm putting Hazard back into the team, the same lineup, 4-4-2, and we go up against Watford again. Same team against Watford. We beat them with the same formation, the same team in the League Cup. Now we're playing in the Premier League. Morata gets us a nice early goal in the 14th minute. We go 1-0 up. Again, very confident. I feel like we can beat Watford here, but Pedro is actually playing for. If you remember from the previous episode, we saw Pedro to Watford. He's going to play a vital role in this. Rodrigo takes us up 2-1. Pedro scores a penalty and makes it 2-1, still 2-1 to us. But we managed to see out the game, and we beat Watford for the second time this season 2-1. So we go back into the League Cup against Reading. I think Reading are in the Championship. Are they in the Championship or League One? Let me know down in the comments what League Reading are in. So Rodrigo again. Rodrigo seems to be finding his form now. So Rodrigo takes us up 1-0. Again, still playing. I'm actually playing my second team here. If you notice, look at the line. I'm playing my second team. Moses is actually starting as well. So we go 2-0 up. William makes it 2-0 in the 55th minute. Giroud scores on the 76th minute to make it 3-0, and we are doing really, really well. So we go into our next game against Bournemouth. Bournemouth is a very, very difficult team to play against. They have beaten us on a few occasions. A very, very well organised team. Jordan Ibe takes Bournemouth, to 1-0, and then Rodrigo again scores a goal in the 35th minute to make it 1-1. I'm really here. I'm sitting here, boys, literally like, come on. We can get this next goal. We need this win because we're struggling in confidence at the moment. I don't really want to keep changing my formation, but we managed to see out the game and make it 1-1. Now, I'm taking a bit of a break because obviously I'm trying to figure out what to do. But I remember the objectives, as you notice my rating is going down to 78 because the board is prompting me that we need to start looking at bringing in some youth players for the future. Now I think it's an objective, but it's not a primary, it's not a critical objective, but I've still got that in mind. So I decided to bring up Fusu Mensah. Sorry if I've butchered his name, but Fusu Mensah is a player that I'm looking at for the right back, and Ben Woodburn from Liverpool. Very promising forward. Our scouts have said he's got great potential, so I've put him on our scouting list and see what happens if we can actually bid for one of these two players. Very very good potential. I'm not really too interested, but we'll see anyways. Victor Moses says he wants to leave in the January transfer window. Now things are getting very, very serious. Courtois wants to be put back into the team because obviously he's fit. Well, so we go into our Champions League game, lads, and we go up 1-0 against Espanyol. Rodrigo scores for the third consecutive game. Espanyol bring us back level in the 37th minute. Again, boys, not feeling confident. But Rodrigo brings us up after they get a man sent off. Rodrigo scores to make it 2-1 to us. We're closing out this game. Hopefully we can get the 3 points, and we do away. Absolutely brilliant. Rodrigo seems to be literally carrying our team, this young forward that we've bought. Now, at this moment in time, boys, we have not exactly beaten any big teams at the moment, and we're coming up against Man United. Very, very good Man United side. Mourinho knows exactly how to win at Stamford Bridge. I'm not feeling very confident because Man United is a very, very good side, but they go up 1-0 in the 78th minute. Darmian, the fullback, scores to make Man City go up 1-0. Lingard comes on for Mata, Rodrigo for Godin, and they make it 2-0. Herrera, Pogba misses a penalty. William comes on for Royce again. Morata gets injured, and it is an absolutely poor day at the office. And Man United come away 2-0 at Stamford Bridge. So I go back for Woodburn to see if I can get a bid going, at least some sort of negotiation for him. And now go into my next game, which is against West Bromwich Albion. Again, lads, against these teams, no disrespect to West Brom, but obviously I want the 3 points. Unfortunately, they go up. They go another red card. They score straight after red card. Giroud brings us back level. We're looking to again for 3 points. I'm literally praying for 3 points. Come on, it's 11 against 10. We need these 3 points here and now. We need it, boys. Come on, someone step up. Kante picks up a red card in just before. Kante again with his fouling. Getting fed up with Kante and his fouling, boys. So Woodburn decides he wants to talk to us, lads. I'm not really in the mood for negotiations, but I need to get this over and done with. I'm not looking to play any games, lads. The confidence is very low. I'm worried about my first team, but I need to sort out my objectives. We haven't got much money in the bank. So at the moment, Woodburn at Liverpool is getting 11,000 a week. He wants 5 years. He wants 5 years on his contract, which I'm absolutely fine considering he's an 18-year-old. His agent, is asking for 20,000 a week. Now, at the moment in time, I'm not looking to give him 20,000. And I never, as a negotiator, I never give them what they ask for. So obviously, I'm looking to potentially bring it down for them to bring me back up and to come back down again, and I think I'll accept that. But we'll see what they say. So I've gone in quite low. I know that he's quite interested in coming to Chelsea, so I'm not worried about offending him because I know they're going to try and negotiate some sort of fee. Signing on bonus is about maybe a £250,000, which I'm quite happy to pay because we've got 8 mil, in the transfer budget. So I decided to bring the wage demands down a bit. So I'll put the signing bonus up so that hopefully when I bring the wage demands down, they can meet us halfway. I feel like they're quite reasonable. So I give them about maybe 16.5, hoping that they'll come back up. And then we can meet somewhere in the middle, and they exactly do 17,000 a week, and I'm quite happy to accept that. And now I can go back to do exactly what I want to do, and that's winning games. So I decide now to concede and put Moses into that right back position, and we come up against a team that we lost in our first game, and I'm hoping we pick up 3 points. Moses has a lot to prove because he's asked to go into the second half. He's asked to go into the first team, and I have done that. Hazard takes us up 1-0. Rodrigo, our scoring striker, picks up a knock, but he's carrying on. He's not getting subbed. Hazard makes it 2-0 for us at home. William comes off for Rodrigo after half. William comes on for Rodrigo. Royce makes it 3-0 in the 60th minute. They get a goal back, but it should be no more than a consolation goal. We managed to pick up the 3 points, and we seem to be doing very well considering that they beat us in the first game of the Champions League. Come up against West Brom now. Again, I don't think we didn't do very well against West Brom, but I'm looking for a performance today. Hazard again, our captain, makes it 1-0. Very, very happy with the start, lads. Hoping that our defence is a lot better. We're playing our second team again. Bakayoko is playing surprisingly well. Very, very surprisingly well for us. And later on in this episode, you're going to see what I do with Bakayoko. Because he's playing surprisingly well. Moses seems to be playing very, very well at the moment. William makes it 2-0 just before the end of the game, and we pick up and we actually move on to the next round. We come up against Newcastle. We don't have much luck against Newcastle. If I'm really honest with you, over the years, Chelsea we've lost a few times against Newcastle, and some really, really good goals. Newcastle scored against Chelsea at the Bridge. Let me know if you know what that goal is. Put it in the comments down below. So anyway, Hazard. In the 7th minute, he takes us up. It is now 1-0. Richie gets sent off. No goals afterwards. I was wrong. Nathan Atsu makes it 1-1. Again, red card. Another goal comes after it. Anyways, we move on. Hopefully we can get a win. Hopefully someone can score a goal in the last minute. And Hazard does. He scores a goal for us in the last minute. Make it 2-1 to the Blues. We pick up 3 points and we move on to play Liverpool at Anfield. I'm looking for at least a point or a performance from the lads. 7 minutes goes by. Mane scores. Hazard has to come off injured in the 10th minute. It is not looking good for Hazard. Absolutely not looking good for Hazard at all. He comes off in the 7th minute, the 10th minute, and it's really, really bad, boys. I'll be really honest with you. It's bad. So we're not looking to score. Our captain has come off. The confidence is very, very low. Liverpool seem to be very organised in defence, and they hold out for that 1-0 win. We looked from our physio team and I said Hazard is going to be out for 5 months. It's currently December, and that is Hazard out for potentially the rest of the season. So our captain and potentially best player in the world is out for the whole season. I'm sitting top of my group in the Champions League. Not doing so well in the Premier League, but that's okay because obviously there's still plenty more football to go. We're way behind with our objectives, but I'm hoping that our performances will get the board on my side. We come up again. We need to win the rest of our games to top the group. I'll put more faith in Moses. Moses seems to be doing very, very well for me. So we go into our next Champions League game. Again, every game at this point, lads, it is now December, and every game for me is a must-win, without a shadow of a doubt. William takes us up 1-0 in the 32nd minute. Hazard's brother comes on for Royce. I've decided to invest in the youth at Hazard's brother. So I know you're seeing Hazard. It's actually his brother that's come on. Alonso puts the penalty away because Royce is our now penalty taker, and we win 2-0 for our second to last Champions League game. West Ham must win. West London derby. This game is a must win. Must win. Not a big club. I'm sorry. I don't care what anyone tells me. Sorry if there's any West Ham fans. But it's a derby, which we need to win nonetheless. Antonio picks up a yellow card in the 18th minute. Hazard's brother comes on for Royce again. Arnautovic misses a penalty. So it's a very, very tight affair. Worried about Royce having to keep coming off because his stamina seems to be incredibly low. But it seems to be. And Moses actually puts us ahead and gets us the win against West Ham. And we take the 3 points at Upton Park. And I'm happy. Golding asks for a rest, so I decided, okay, Golding, that's okay. We're playing against Huddersfield. No disrespect to any Huddersfield fan, but again, 3 points. I put Rudiger in place for Golding to give him a bit of a rest. Kante again picks up another yellow card. So there's 2 things I need to look at. Maybe trying to sort out Kante and his rash tackles, which is getting him carded, and obviously Royce's stamina, which is the reason why he keeps getting subbed off. And again, he gets subbed off again. They miss another penalty. It's still 0-0. I'm looking for someone to step up and grab this game by the scruff of the neck, as they say, to hopefully get that 1-0 win, and we don't. Huddersfield actually defend all their way until the full time, and they manage to get a point from us. So we come up against our next game, which is against Southampton. Southampton now, again, we're looking for 3 points, boys, because right now we're sitting below the top 4. We need to get in the top 4 by the new year. Royce sticks a penalty away in the 37th minute. Comes off again at half time. He comes off again at half time. Why he keeps getting his stamina is just terrible. Absolutely shockingly bad. But we're holding out for that 1-0 win. Morata makes it 2-0. And then Nathan Redmond makes it 2-1. But it's no more than, again, a consolation goal. So we're literally sitting in 6th place. We are about, I think, 6 points away from the top 4. So hopefully we can hopefully squeeze into that top 4, boys. So we come up against Swansea this time. Again, keeping the team the same. Now, if you notice, I've benched Kante in this game. Bakayoko's gone in. Hopefully, we get a bit more stability in that team. Alonso makes it 1-0 in the 34th minute. Rodrigo makes it 2-0 in the 48th. Royce comes off again after half time. Lo and behold, Azpilicueta picks up a yellow card in the 59th minute, and that seems to be enough. So now we're picking up a bit of form now, because we're banging in goals and we're keeping clean sheets, and that's exactly what I want. I think Victor Moses is repaying the faith I've put in him, and we're doing really, really well. Goodison Park, never an easy place to go to. Never an easy place to go to. Again, 3 points. Bakayoko is staying in the team. McCarthy makes a goal. We instantly reply. Marcus Royce scores just after 1-1 at Goodison Park. We need these 3 points, boys, because it's getting terrible. It's getting really hard. Rodrigo makes it 2-1. Rice comes off. Rice comes off again. Oh my days, this guy and his stamina is really annoying me. Rooney comes on for Schneiderlin, so they want that equaliser, and they get it in the 85th minute. It's all even, 1-1, and not happy. Not happy with this in any way, shape or form. So I'm making a few changes, moving a few people around. I keep Bakayoko in the team for the 3rd game in a row. Kante is sitting on the bench because he's picking up too many yellow cards, and I'm trying to sort out his training to help him with his defending and tackling. So we come up against Brighton at home at Stamford Bridge. Again, 3 points. Rodrigo is banging in goals for us. He's banging in goals. He's taking this team. This young man is taking the team on his shoulders and banging in goals. It now 2-1. It's 2-1 to us. They get the equaliser, but Alonso makes it 2-1 in the 64th minute. Can we hold on for that 3 points? And we do in the 90th minute. We seem to be doing well now, lads. We're literally doing really, really well. We need to keep up the momentum, keep the consistency, and keep picking up these 3 points. Stoke City. Victor Moses again bangs in a goal for us to make it 1-0. Victor Moses again to repay my faith in him. Juve gets the equaliser. It's a tough game. Morata brings us back to 2-1. It's down to the last 20 minutes. Kante scores for us. That time on the bench has really knocked him. So now we are 3-1 up, and it's now full time, boys. We're absolutely ecstatic, lads. Absolutely ecstatic. So we've got a big month ahead of us in January, lads. We are sitting in 5th place. We are 3 points from 4th. It is now January, and it has been a tough 3 months, lads. I've shown you so many games, Champions League games. We're sitting top of our Champions League group. We are 5th in the league. Let me know, lads, down in the comment section below what you think I'm doing wrong. What do you think is going right? The January transfer window is on the way. What changes do you think I need to add? Do I need to add, because Alonso is our only left back at the moment, only decent left back. Should I bring another left back? Which left back do you think will be good enough? With 8 mil in the bank, what left back do you think is good enough to be in the team to rotate? Do I need to make changes? And if so, what changes? Let me know in the comment section below, lads. All right, get ready for episode 4, because we are going to raid the transfer market, lads. We are so close to getting top 4, and we need to get top 4, lads. We need it so badly. We're struggling to beat these big clubs, but we're gonna do it, lads. So let me know down in the comment section below, boys. Episode 4 is around the corner, so let me know as soon as you possibly can. If you do like this video, guys, please smash that like button. Smash it, boys. If it's the first time you've been here, drop a sub. Please stick the bell on so you know exactly when I go live. And as well, if you can, go over to my Twitch. The link is in the description below. Let me know. Come over as well. I live stream during the week as well, lads. If you want to let me know then when I'm live streaming, you're more than welcome to as well, lads. So until then, guys, I will see you at the next video, at the next upload. Hopefully there's more drama for you guys to see, and I will see you then, boys. Peace.